Hello, beautiful souls. I'm so happy that you joined me today. It's Reverend Chris, your favorite non denominational ordained minister, representing Detroit. Today, U of M, of course. Ooh, where's my M? Oh, there it is. No hair and makeup today, all natural, just me with my hood. Just wanted to talk about a topic. I feel like the content of this is way more important than how I appear on camera, because this is like a really important spiritual teaching that everyone should know, whether you're questioning if you're a Christian but you believe in there's a God of the universe, or if you do believe in Jesus Christ, which I hope most people are deciding to take Jesus into your heart and know that the Holy Spirit lives inside of you. That would be amazing. But this is a very important thing, especially when you're first starting out, to realize and to know how to use the spiritual secret. Today I'm using my Grandma Boo Boo's King James Red Letter Edition. I've been stuck on this for the last few videos. I don't know why. I do still consult my Catholic Bible, my NIV, the Amplified Bible, all the different Bibles that I have. But I thought that this was good because it gave a few different names of what I call the devil. I guess just a general teaching for anybody reading different Bibles or reading the Bible that speaks to you. Many times in the Bible, when they refer to something, it has many different names throughout the Bible in different instances. So in this case, we're talking about who I call the devil, but some call Satan, the Dark Lord, the thief of the night, the deceiver. There's all these names, and it's all the same thing. It's all this horrible energy, this terrible spirit that went astray. The story behind it is that he was one of God's angels, and he lost his way and decided that he was against God, and that's how we are where we are today. There's more about that in the Bible that you can read sprinkled throughout, but I'm talking today about a spiritual secret, and I hope I can teach this in a way where everyone can understand it and it's simple. Basically, what does the devil do is what I'm going to start with. What the devil likes to do is give you a little thought. A little person comes your way, says something. It puts fear in your heart. It puts doubts in your mind. It takes away your confidence. It causes confusion in your heart. The devil is sneaky. He uses your insecurities against you to doubt yourself, what you're supposed to be doing. Are you making the right decisions? Is this really your friend? It's so subtle and small at first. It gets really out of hand fast because you're not realizing these thoughts, these negative things that are coming your way are just that spirit messing with you because you're on the right path. So I guess one of the spiritual secrets that I want to say right now, as simply as I can, is when you are doing the things you're supposed to be doing, when you're meeting the people you're supposed to be meeting, when you're on the way to serving God, how you're supposed to be serving God, that's when this evil spirit comes in, tries to stop you from doing that, because now you're a threat. And you're doing things for the good, and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So he's trying to throw you off track, confuse you, and this could be as simple as meeting a new friend and everything's going fine, and then suddenly you get a thought, whoa, what if this isn't really my friend? What if this person's using me? And they've done nothing to you, nothing's happened, everything's going fine. It's just that little bit of doubt or confusion, and that's how the devil becomes powerful. So the second piece to that is no one is more powerful than Jesus. If you decide and you made the decision that you're going to follow Jesus and the Holy Spirit lives inside of you through our God, then the devil really has no power. And he only has power, this is the second part of our spiritual secret, if we give it to him. There's a story about Dr. Martin Luther King that one night he woke up and he opened his eyes and the devil was sitting at the end of his bed. And he said, "Oh, it's just you," and rolled back over. He completely ignored him. He just shut it off. And that's exactly what you got to do. You got to train yourself when these thoughts come into your head, this anxiety, this upsetness, this fear, worry, doubts about whatever it is that you know you're supposed to be doing comes up, we need to say, no, devil, I know that's you. I am not giving you any power, and you can move on. And if you do that, he has no power. You're taking the power away. Jesus lives inside of you. He cannot do anything to you unless you let him, or you let it get out of hand, or you don't realize it. And you're going to realize it sooner and sooner as you go on your journey. So, let's get into some Bible verses. The first verse I have for you is John 10:10, and this is St. John, so it's one of the 4 Gospels. So this is what Jesus said, which I love starting out with that. So it says, "The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly." So in this verse, Jesus calls what I call the devil, or Satan, a thief. And that's what he does. He's a thief. He steals. He steals your confidence. He steals your joy. He steals your friends, whatever situation, your success. He wants to steal that away from you. And guess what? We're not going to do it. Next, I have Ephesians 6:11 and 12. "Put on the whole armor of God, and ye shall be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For he wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of the world, against spiritual wickedness on high places." So I guess the way I interpret this is, if you're on guard, if you have your shield on, when these little thoughts come in, or somebody says something negative to you at work, or somebody cuts you off in traffic, or whatever it is, you put on your shield right then, and you say, nope, it's not going to get to me. I know it's you, devil, and guess what? I'm a believer in God. I love Christ, and you're not going to ruin my day, and I'm still blessed, and you have no power. And you're just going to put on that shield right there, and he is not going to bother you after that. He's going to go away. And if he comes at you harder, you still keep putting on that shield. So it's really, and it says in 12, it's really not against just your flesh and blood. It's like, as a whole, he's trying to one by one get us, so he can get the whole principality, the whole system. But guess what? He's never really going to be successful, because not everyone's going to listen. They're going to know these spiritual secrets, and you guys are not going to fall for it. So he's never going to really take over and win. That's the cool part. All right, so then I have James 4:7. I love James. Every time I talk about it, I think about my sister. It's a very short book in the Bible, and James is a plain talker, so it's easy to read for anyone who's starting out. So James 4:7 says, "Submit yourself therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." So it's exactly what I was saying before. When you resist him, when you say, nope, not going to get to me, that's the end of it. You cut it off. Now he suddenly has no power. He's going to leave you alone. Now he'll come back. He always will. I'm sorry. The more you're in love, the more you're doing the right thing, and the more you're doing what God's asking you to do, the more you're, helping others, the more you're carrying out your missions, he's going to keep coming. He's going to keep coming after you. But it's going to get easier for you to recognize it quicker and shut him down. All right, next I have 1 Peter 5:8, and it's sad. I had to really cut these down so much, because there's so many verses, and they describe, in detail. These are the ones I thought were really the most plain to teach on. So 1 Peter 5:8, "Be sober, why do I do this every video lately? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may destroy." So this is describing the devil as a lion that sneaks around, and he's like just waiting to pounce. He's looking for that little opportunity. So in your life, you can kind of prevent some of the opportunities. Like, say someone invites you to a party, they want you to try a drug, and it's not a good thing to do that. It's not for you. You're trying to keep yourself clean, from those things. He was waiting right there at that party, putting that little, minute that might be interesting to do. That might be fun to try. He put that little thought there, and it's not really you. It's against what you feel in your heart's the right thing to do, and you knew it. So you said, no, I don't think I want to try that. I'm just going to, mingle and talk to somebody else right now, but thank you, that's cool, whatever, like walk away. That little voice that said, ooh, that might be fun to try. Oh, what's the worst thing that can happen? That's what the devil does. Okay, and then I have Revelation 12:9. And in Revelation, it's telling us about what's going to happen in our end times. And it kind of describes, the reason I picked this is because it describes more about how the devil acts or what the devil does a little bit, and then what will eventually happen. So we'll talk about that. So number 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So basically, when Jesus comes back in Revelations, he's going to take over the whole world, and it's like the end, and then a new beginning. He's calling the devil an old serpent or a snake or Satan, and then he's saying that he deceives the whole world. So what somebody who's a con artist or a deceiver does, they don't have any power on their own. They're only powerful if you believe their lie and buy what they're selling. But really, just them by themselves, they're nothing. And that's what I get from this. So he's going to get cast out anyway. He's obviously not more powerful than Jesus if he can destroy him in the end anyway. So just keep that in mind. And then lastly, it is Luke 4:8, which I don't know why. I just love this verse. Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only thou shalt serve. So since this is in Luke, it's telling me that it's something Jesus said. So he was saying, get behind me, Satan. The future's already written. God's all knowing. You're not going to win anyway, so just back off. And I love that confidence. I want all of you to have that confidence in your ability to turn Satan down. When you, apply for a job and you have that little bit of hesitation. Oh, they probably won't hire me. I don't have that experience. That's the devil talking to you. And I want you to shut it down and say, no, I'm qualified. I'm trainable. I'm a good person. They're going to want me. And that's just one example. There's, all those little things that can happen throughout your day. Oh, well, I'm going to be late anyway, so why go? Well, because maybe it's your destiny to go and it'll change your life. And if you're 5 minutes late, oh well, if you're supposed to be there, you're supposed to be there. Just any little situation like that, dealing with people, assuming things. A lot of the things that I assume in my life, I think now looking back, are the devil like putting down in my mind. Oh, that person won't like me, or oh, I'm gonna mess up this situation. Well, that's the devil. Like, why would I think that? Why am I not confident in my own abilities? I am. So don't let that happen. I hope this has helped someone. I hope those spiritual secrets about what to do and what the devil does helps all of you throughout your days. Please read the Bible as much as you can. Look up, you could do it in different books. You can do it by different topics. You can use different Bibles. All of it is God talking to you through the Bible, so it's all absolutely great. You can always support me on patreon.com for $1 or more donation. I'll put the link below. You can always email me free anonymous prayer requests at freeprayerlove@aol.com. I love you all, and I hope you have a beautiful week. Thank you.